All right, y'all. So there's this story out about a man and a woman who are Christian, but the wife is intersex. Okay, so she has male and female parts. So we're gonna go ahead and watch the video. This is actually like a really interesting topic because what do you say to a couple when they're intersex? What do you say to that as being a Christian? Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into the video. Let's watch it and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can get pushed out to more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and let's hop into this video right now.
This is Morgan. She fell in love with Curtis.
I was born an intersex woman, and that is when you're born with female and male parts.
After sharing their romance online, people questioned Morgan's identity.
People think sometimes my husband is gay because I'm intersex. Someone said, that's a man we know. Girl, go seek help. Dude in a dress with the gut. That was when I was pregnant.
What are you making, honey?
Chicken and rice.
Oh, yummy.
I'm Morgan Aaliyah.
And I'm Curtis Williams.
People always make the wrong assumptions about our relationship. They have a lot of opinions, unfair opinions. We met on the dating app, and I was at work, and he reached out to me, and I was just so happened on break. And I replied to his message. We met after work, and we literally just talked all night long. He was very polite, just a gentleman, and that's what first attracted me to him. We met on a Monday. On a Friday, we were engaged.
Wow. So they met on a Monday, and by Friday, they were engaged. That right there in itself is wild. How do you engage somebody in 4 or 5 days? That's wild. So she said the picture that she had on there that she was showing them was when she was pregnant. So that means that she's probably not pregnant now. So remember that, because after this video, we're going to go ahead and look at her TikTok and try to get some more information, okay? But yeah, remember that. Let's go ahead and continue watching.
I would say we get a lot of love and a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Some people that don't agree with us, but as long as we love each other, that's all that matters. I was born a hermaphrodite, intersex woman, and that is when you're born with female and male parts. I do have ovaries. I have the same full-on everything, and you can either conceive or you can get someone pregnant. It's weird, but it's
That's crazy.
how I was born.
So she has the ability to get someone pregnant or to conceive and become pregnant. That's what Morgan is saying, okay? That is crazy, man. I just don't understand. Like, man, it can be so complicated. You know what I mean? And they're Christian. Like, they are believers of the gospel. You're going to see that on her TikTok. It's this is just a very interesting story, and it's so different. I don't know. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think about it after watching these videos, okay? Let's continue on.
Growing up, my mom, she raised me as her son, and it was tough with that because I felt forced. I felt like I was kind of pretending to be something that I didn't feel. I just felt more woman. So she raised me as her son up until I was able to go to college and live on campus, and that's when I found more of my woman and really just grew as Morgan Aaliyah.
Okay, so Morgan was a man all the way up until Morgan went to college. So Morgan grew up from being a young child as a boy, growing up into a man, and goes to college and decides that Morgan wants to change into a woman. I'm saying Morgan because I don't want to call her, I mean, I could call her she because she is intersex and that's what she prefers to be called. It's not like somebody who was born strictly a man and just wants you to call him a woman. But Morgan she had both. Okay, so this is a different situation. But that's pretty interesting, though, that Morgan started off as a boy growing up and decided that she wants to be a woman going into college. That is, I wonder why. Why, or maybe it was because her mom was forcing her to be a boy and to live in that, but Morgan probably didn't feel like that on the inside or in her head or something. I don't know. But that is also interesting. That's man. So that transition must have been wild. That must have been like such a You know what I'm saying? Like all the kids that Morgan grew up with, and now seeing her as him as a girl now, like I can't fathom how much pressure that is.
Some photos. This is me when I was little. I think I was like 1 or 2.
Okay.
And that's my mom. That was me. School pictures. The guy that was taking my picture, I think a booger dropped out of his nose, and that's why I made that. And that was like my picture for like the next 3 years. Growing up, I didn't feel like I really fit in with any, like, just anybody, girl or boy. And yeah, it wasn't until I got into my adult.
Pay attention to the dude Curtis. People are on TikTok were saying that he's just crazy uncomfortable. Even on this video, on their actual page, they are saying that he looks extremely uncomfortable. It could be because of the fact that he's on camera and he's not used to this. But people are saying like it could be something else. You know what I mean? Something that they're hiding. But yeah, you can tell that the guy is extremely uncomfortable. And man, this ain't got nothing to do with the video. That he got to get that side tapered for sure. Look, man, if you don't know how to cut your own hair, all right, go to the barbershop, man. That cut right there just looks like he took 3 minutes out his day and cut his hair, man. That's crazy, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop back into the video.
Years when I was able to go to the doctor on my own and do more research and learn to embrace my woman in me.
I thought she was a catfish. And she thought the same thing about me.
Yes.
I thought, she pretty, I gotta talk to her. I didn't think she was gonna text back. We met for the first time after she told me, right?
Yeah. And we just talked, got to know each other a little bit more. I just explained to him my body.
Well, I was cool with it. I'm not judgmental and everything. And I said, yeah, that's me.
People think that he's attracted to males, but he's not. He's just okay with me being different and understanding that I do have both parts, that I am more feminine than anything else. I like this one.
That one.
Yeah. So a few of the comments that I've received, someone said, that's a man we know. And someone said, girl, go seek help. Dude in a dress with the gut. That was when I was pregnant. My experience with pregnancy, we found out when we moved to a new city. I was in shock. We were really excited. We prayed for that baby, and we tried to, I'm like getting emotional, sorry. Went to different doctors. I got turned down at multiple different clinics. Most doctors were like, we can refer you here, but we can't see you. And to be pregnant and to not get help, to not get checkups, it was just a lot going on. I was nauseous, had very bad pains, and we did lose our baby. And it was just a lot to deal with that. We'll have our chance again with parenthood. I guess God was not ready for us to be parents.
So she said she was pregnant and doctors refused to take care of her, to care for her and the baby, and she ended up losing the baby. Man, I know how that feels, and that ain't nothing. Like, if someone was going to make a story about losing the child, that is just disgusting. I'm not saying that she is making it up at all. I believe her. But I'm saying that if that was a possibility, that would be, the most disgusting thing in the world is to lie about something like that. But I believe her because I have no reason not to. And I'm gonna show y'all what she looked like before getting pregnant, and it's a complete difference. She don't look like that how she looks right now. But man, this is like, and I got some weird questions like just popping in my head, like how are y'all going to, what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, Morgan, if you ever see this, all right, but I'm not trying to judge you. But like, if they are, having their time, right? Does both body parts that she has, both organs, sexual organs, get excited? Like, does both of them spark up? You know what I mean? And then if so, like, as far as her guy goes, her fiance, which, you know, biblically shouldn't be doing that, but I ain't gonna get on that right now. But as far as the fiance, what does that mean for him? You know what I mean? Or like, with maybe both sides popping up, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it because it's so vile, but like, that's just crazy. I can't imagine. And then, like, being a Christian, I know there could probably be a lot of mental battles with being with someone who's intersex. A lot of mental battles. And I don't know if there's a Bible verse to help with this, honestly, because I haven't found one. I don't know. I can't name off the top of my head a Bible verse that talks about this. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting relationship and video. Regardless, though, as you're gonna see, she said, they were getting a lot of hate and stuff. I don't think that people should be doing that, because this is such a unique situation. It says 1 in 2,500 kids are born intersex, so this is extremely unique. One of those situations where we just gotta understand what they're going through, and they just gotta pray for God for wisdom. But let's try to finish this up, and I'm gonna show y'all her TikTok, okay?
A lot of people doubted, that I was intersex. People would say like, oh, those are two men. A lot of people have doubted that we're even together for real. People have doubted that my pregnancy was fake. People were saying, oh, she just has a beer belly, or how can this be? My belly did not look the same. The things I went through weren't the same. The way the baby was going to be birthed wasn't going to be the same. I was going to have to get a C-section. A lot of people have reached out to me, telling me that they're also intersex, and by me speaking up has allowed them to feel heard, allowed them to feel like they matter. And like, my story really just helped a lot of people kind of come out the closet with hiding.
All right, so this is Morgan before pregnancy, okay? She has a completely different body type. You can tell the weight is just much, much, much lower here. You know what I mean? I can't really say exactly what way she is, but it's definitely not what she was in the first video. So that alone could imply that, Morgan was pregnant. Women gain a lot of weight in their first pregnancy, a lot, because the body. Look how thin Morgan is. The body's just adjusting to the pregnancy, and so just on that alone, from having 4 children, I do know the change, especially on a first pregnancy, and not to mention that Morgan is a intersex, and so her body is going to respond so much more differently than an average body. You know what I mean? I looked it up. They said intersex women, men, or whatever they prefer to be, they can have, like, if their organs are active and working, they can either give a baby or get a baby. It's the truth. And I just wanted to make sure before I made the video that I understood what was the information around it. So that actually leads me to believe that their story is accurate. This is more than likely not just someone who's intersex that is lying about their baby and lying about their organs, because some people don't have active organs. Maybe one's active. I think that they're telling the truth, and it's just much more interesting because they're Christians. All right. I want to show y'all. I think she has a video in here talking about God. Okay, they are legitimately Christian.
But God says you are in your restoring season. Everything that the devil took from you last season, the season before that, the year before that, the year before that, God says you are in your restoring season. He's giving it back. And this time it's double for your trouble. Double for your trouble. Let me show you how good God is. So we just moved to a new state, and all our money's just been going to paying for the hotel, rent, and we just have not really had any money for food. So today we were just kind of like, all right, God, like, what are we gonna do about food today? We don't have any food, the rent's paid. What are we gonna do? God told us to go to this food pantry. We didn't know anything about the food pantry. My husband's mom was like, just go to this food pantry. They should give you some stuff. yada, yada, yada. So we drive to the first one. They gave us like maybe one or two little things. It was like fruit or whatever. So anything helps, we're grateful. So then we was like, let's just go to the other one. Like God was just putting in our spirit, like, let's just go to the other one. It's right down the street. Who knows what God's gonna, bless us with. So we go there and it's a long line, but we waited. They put so much stuff in our car. So it was hot, so I really wasn't looking at it like, wow, God, thank you. It was just how I was ready to get out the car. But it wasn't until I dropped my husband off at work and I came home to put the groceries up by myself and unbox everything by myself. And when I tell you, the righteous will never forsake. We went from having nothing to eat at all. I mean, nothing in our refrigerator, to having a plethora.
That's a good story, man. God does take care of us. He did say in the Bible, don't worry about what you're gonna eat, because he said, does he feed the birds? You know what I mean? Does he cover the lilies? Don't worry about the clothes you're gonna wear and the food you're gonna eat. And they have trusted in God. That's what's up. She said plethora. How do you say that word? Is it plethora or is it plethora? Like, I don't know how to say that word, man. I usually say plethora, but maybe I'm saying it wrong because she's saying plethora. Anyways, man, as you can see, they are Christians. Okay, they are individuals who believe in Jesus Christ. She didn't explicitly say Jesus Christ, but we get who she's talking about based off of what she's saying. It's obviously Christian based. So they're Christian. All right. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Do y'all think her story's accurate? Okay. What do y'all think? Does anyone have any knowledge of the Bible regarding intersex? Okay. And that nature. Because they are Christians. She's obviously intersex. And this is just the most insane story. But I will say this, in my opinion, until I see something that's off, I believe their story. I do. I believe that, that she's intersex and she may have the ability to use both organs. And although she has a male and a female organ and she's not explicitly one sex, this is just the most unique situation that you really can't there's no right or wrong. And from what I know, there's no right or wrong. There's no this or that. It's so unique. All right, man, let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section, okay? If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, okay, and hit the post notification bell so you do not miss another video, okay? My name is Aaron Page. I will catch you guys on the next video. Until next time, I'm out.